We use it this way. They use it that way. Okay? Now I'm going to make a tenon on here. But the next thing we're going to do is chuck it in a tenon. We're going to use a tenon to chuck it. Okay? I'm just going, flattening it out. Okay, again, we can keep on going. There's no reason to because I've set up another one. I'm making a tenon that is indentated. Yeah, indentated, I guess is the word.
Good word, yeah.
Okay. Indented so that this chuck will grab it. And this has got an indentation in it. Okay, so this chuck will grab it. Okay, I would keep going and make it exactly the right size to fit. You don't want these two spread too far apart. You want it completely flat. You need a shoulder that's completely flat here because that's part of the holding. It holds onto there and it holds back here. So it doesn't have to be all the way into the jaws. It doesn't have to be as deep as the jaws are, but you need to have it flat. Okay? So we'll take this one off and go to the next one. We have a wrench here that fits there. You have a lock by pushing this down. You can get it in the right place. There it is. And you can take it off. Okay? Spindle lock. Key in turning is getting things on the lathe. Make sure they're round. Get them on the lathe. Alright? We've done that one. This is called a drawbar. And because of the most lathes today are either 1" 8" or 1 1/4" 8. In other words, this is either 1" 8. This lathe happens to be 1 1/8" lathe, so nothing standard. So this was an adaptation to get a 4-jar chuck on it. Come on. All the way through. Comes out the other side. That's the drawbar, and then you tighten it down and it's going to go nowhere. Okay. Where is brown? This 4-jar chuck opens and closes with. Okay. Now I made this natural edge bowl. See the natural edge bowls over there? That's the new in thing, natural edge bowls. So I made this natural edge bowl with a tenon that's right. See how it's flat, it's round, it's indentated.
It's got a little bit of a slope or a...
Got a little bit of a slope.
Bevel.
And it's going to fit right in there perfectly. These are all the steps you do. You chuck a bowl 3 times. Chuck and rechuck.
What kind of wood is that?
Olive. It's the same piece of olive that the other half is the same piece of olive that I've used before. Tighten it down. Okay. Now we're going to do something different. First of all, this should work without. We're going to stand back. Let's see what comes off. See, it's spinning without no tailstock on it. But the next step in making a bowl, believe it or not, is to drill a hole. You want to drill a hole in the bowl so that you know how deep it is, how deep you can go as you're hollowing it out. And so we're gonna. And the other good thing about this demonstration, the reason I'm doing this is just a Jacobs chuck with a #2 Morse taper on it. Okay. You can drill a hole on a lathe. The squares, you can drill one on the drill press. See this kaleidoscope over here? My granddaughter loves to come over and look at the kaleidoscope. Okay, I drilled this hole on the lathe with a Forstner bit. Comes out perfectly. Pretty simple. You know, once you know how to do it. Okay, we're gonna.
What's that stomp on top for, Howard?
That's to lock.
Just more.
As you turn this handle,
Yeah.
you tighten this down. You turn this handle. You've got it tight, and you tighten that and that one, and it can't move up and
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just showing you that you can drill a hole. This is two-purpose. Where's the chuck key? Should be over there.
Use an SDS bit for that?
Yes, I'm using a.
Carbide, you might have trouble putting it in that chuck because of the grooves in the shank.
No, it goes in the chuck just fine. It's a carbide bit that I have sharpened actually on a diamond wheel. Not taking up, there it is. Actually saw a demonstration where a guy took a piece of wood about that big and put a 3.5-inch Forstner bit in and hollowed out. Just hollowed out this big piece of wood. He says, "Oh, hell with the hollowing, you know. We're all working with how. You just put a Forstner bit in, works great. Works great."
Then you just fine tune the hole, huh?
Yeah, then you just fine tune the hole. Professional turner. Okay. Drill a hole, you turn down the speed. Get it real slow. Okay, run it. Turn down the speed. Oops, the wrong way. Okay. About like that. Maybe a little more. And again, this isn't chewed up, so we're okay. You got to clean it out periodically. And take it up.
That essentially sets the bottom of your bowl.
That sets the bottom of your bowl. So you know where your bottom of your bowl is, and it does another thing for you. It keeps you, as you're cleaning out your bowl, as you're doing, because you're coming this way, it doesn't let you go to the right side. It stops you. If you go to the right side, you're going to get what we call a catch. Right? Because it doesn't want to be on that side. So, it does two things for you. It makes a hole But the point here is just to show you that you can drill with a lathe. And that's what this Jacob's chuck is for. Jacob's chuck is for, to be able to drill with a lathe. See what that is. Okay. So that's how you determine the bottom of your bowl. And you come back in and, which we'll do with the next piece of wood, clean it out. While we have the 4-jaw chuck on there, let's show you a couple other things about a 4-jaw chuck. Here's a platter. Okay. First thing I did is I put it on the faceplate, turned it around. On the back side, I turned it around, but I put an indentation in it instead.
Oh, you're gonna go outside this time.
Exactly. We're going to go outside this time. So we're going to narrow down the Again, these are all the different ways, or not all of them, but most of the ways you can put a piece of wood on this lathe, and that's important. That's what the important part of the lathe is. Okay? Got it in there tight. And again, I made the, I guess you call it a mortise, on an angle. So that these, because these blades come out this way. Oops, the wrong way.
You say you made the mortise at an angle. The opening is smaller than the back side of the hole?
And the jaws on the chuck,
They have an angle too?
all right, they have an angle.
It's about 5 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
5 to 7 degrees.
I'm not sure exactly what it is, but that. And so this is a different method to chuck something. What I will do eventually, using wet woods, you gotta let it dry. Put a wax coating over it. I'll let it sit for 6 months. Come back to it. I turned it about 10% of what the diameter is.
If you want it to dry, why would you put a wax coating on it?
It dries slower.
Dries
Still
too fast.
dries
it-
slower
it's
than it
crack.
Crack, yeah.
Dries too fast.
Yeah, it will
it'll
still
crack.
dry with that wax coating on it.
Right, it's still dry. In fact, it's cracking already a little bit. Oh, come on. All right. Anyway, point is, I put the tool rest out here, and
Stand by.
I can work with it. Just another way to chuck something. And then we go to a different kind of chuck for a different kind of thing. We'll come back to a bowl in a minute. This is a homemade sphere chuck. I need that side in a minute.
So that's a
I'm
sacrificial.
actually holding the chuck in the chuck. Okay, here's a sphere, right? And that's the tailstock side. This would go over something like this. Should I have the thing so it goes over?